Hello and welcome back to our Maserati series, and we are on a massive high right now. And if you don't know why, then you clearly haven't checked out the previous episode in this series. So if you're following this series or you're jumping in for the first time and you want to take a look at this Maserati series, then I'd suggest going onto the YouTube playlist and going back to episode 1, but certainly the previous episode, because it was a hell of an episode and we're about to drop a spoiler on that one. So if you haven't seen the previous episode, do check that one out in Monaco first. Yes, in Monaco, what a result. A double points finish, but Zane Maloney finishing P6. And that has given us 9 points from Monaco, puts us on 12 points after 7 races. And we're now 6th in the Constructors. And Zane Maloney is into a whopping 11th place. So what a drive it was from him. He's really starting to develop well. And very close with Colapinto. We'll look at the head-to-heads at the end of the season. Maybe we'll do at the midpoint as well. But they're probably evenly matched now because Zane in the last couple of races has got the better of Franco Colapinto. But that was a massive result for us. And we are heading to Barcelona next, and it's going to be a little bit of a break again because we've only got 20 races this season. We will get some gaps, so it's going to be 25 days until we get there. So hopefully we'll get some new designs on the car, which will further help us to develop and progress up the grid. Okay, we have our next driver development update, and again, they've not changed overall, but Franco Colapinto's gone up 1 on braking and smoothness. Smoothness is something we're looking to improve, and he's doing that, which is great. And Zane Maloney's gone up 1 on accuracy. Okay, pit crew training for the month, and we've balanced it out so we don't lose any statistics here. We're not gaining anything, but again, we are slightly reducing that estimated pit stop time. So that's the main thing we're focusing on. Cumulative tab, again, as always, we're just filtering over to tired on the race day. So happy with that. Same Maloney's race engineer, Benizzi, has gone up to 76 overall. We like that. Okay, we've got 2 designs completed, a front wing and an underfloor. So let's go to manufacture those. Front wing, we should be able to get on the car for Spain, which we will. 9 days. Underfloor, I think we might get 1. Yeah, 8 days. Oh, we've not got much money, have we, really? 1.2. That's what we'll go with. Yeah, I've only got 2.6 million in the bank, so when's the next ATR period? It's in 12 days. I think we need to wait for that next ATR period now. Okay, our sporting director has gone up in performance as well. Actually, we did have a suspension that's finished as well, so that is new on the car. Let's put that on. Let's just check we've got all the new. I'm going to put the underfloor on Maloney's car. I think he deserves it after his race in Monaco, so he'll run the newer part over Colapinto. And we've got the new front wing as well. And we've got a new chassis as well, so quite a few new parts coming on this car. What I want to do is just compare with the new parts against the old. So let's change this to ourselves. Wow, look at the difference these upgrades are going to make. I mean, in terms of top speed, acceleration, DRS effectiveness, not doing too much. Acceleration is fine anyway. Tyre preservation's not changed, but mainly we're looking at the cornering. And we've gone up past 1 car, or maybe 2 on low speed and medium speed 1 car. But high speed, look at the difference there. Made a massive difference, this upgrade package. So any tracks with high speed, we're going to be quite competitive, it looks like. Let's get those parts on Colapinto's car as well, apart from the underfloor. He'll get the underfloor next race. And what is this track? Crucial medium speed, recommended high speed for Spain, so we will make use of that high speed. So yeah, still saying we're expected to finish around about 18th in Spain, 21st Austria, 18th, 18th, 19th, 19th, 21st. So it doesn't look like our car unfortunately doesn't suit that until we get to Baku. By the time we get there, there'll be more upgrades from other cars and ours. But yeah, 10th Baku, Singapore. The end of the year, well, that little spell from Baku, Singapore, Kota and Canada looks very good if the car stays as it is. But let's jump into Spain for the race today, and let's set our race targets. And let's go bold again. 18th or higher with Colapinto. Let's do it for both this time around. 18th or higher with both. Let's start practice. Well, there we have it. Practice is complete in Spain and a pretty good session. We got the setup exactly where we needed with both drivers, 100%. Obviously, a little bit down on car parts knowledge. Zane Maloney running 4 new parts and Colapinto running 3 new parts. So that's gone down a bit, but we'll get that back up in the next race weekend or two. Track acclimatization, a measly 1% missing out for Zane Maloney at 99% and Colapinto 90%. But all in all, again, they're set up pretty well as we head to qualifying. Okay, I'm going to risk it in this session and only go for 1 run right at the end. That is risky if we get a red flag, but Spain has awful tyre degradation, so I want to try and save some tyres if we can. Okay, we are on our flying lap here then.
Go for it and trust the car.
But it looks like we're right behind a Williams. Not ideal there. Colapinto looks like he's got some free air, but Maloney is going to be compromised by this Williams. Or he's going to go as quick as this Williams. Oh, this is not good for Maloney. He's trying to overtake. This is going to be bad news for Maloney. He's done a 21.8 through that first sector. He has gone a lot quicker than Maloney, though. So Maloney's gone a lot quicker than Colapinto. So maybe the toe off Albon there has really helped Maloney, because he's gone significantly quicker than Colapinto. See what the second sector is, 28.9. Colapinto, did he then get held up? Yeah, I think he did. That's way slow. That's Colapinto out. Colapinto got up on a Ferrari. Maloney puts it into P11. But I think Colapinto is about to be out here because he's gone about 3 seconds slower in the middle sector. So Colapinto dead last, I think. Cross the line. Yeah, that is the risk we take. We're only doing 1 run, unfortunately, and he got traffic there with a Ferrari, and Colapinto is going to be dead last in this one, but Maloney is through to Q2. I'm going to do the same again in Q2, wait right at the end, and we're going to be on our scrub set, that's a set of tyres we just used in Q1. As I say, I want to save as many tyres for the race, because you can have 3-4 stops sometimes here, depending on tyre wear and mistakes. So we're going to compensate maybe a few extra qualifying positions here. Maloney's found himself on a nice piece of clean track for his flying lap here. We've got 7 seconds till checkered flag. We'll see where Maloney goes. And there we go. Hulkenberg has not set a time, so Maloney is at least going to be P15 here. Ollie Bearman looks quite a bit off the pace there. He is on a flying lap though, so Bearman's likely to go quicker. And as you see here, we're on a scrub set. So we may well end up P15, but I think we'd take that. It's still 7 places off the foot of the grid where Colapinto will start. But here comes Maloney then. What can he set? Where can he go? Jumps just Bearman for now, but Bearman is on a fly himself. Not gone quicker through that middle sector though. So he might still have a chance of being ahead of Bearman. Let's have a look. As Ollie Bearman rounds this final corner, he heads to the line. Is he going to go quicker than Maloney? No, doesn't improve. So Maloney starts P14. Take that. We're happy with that. And let's see what happened in Q3. Max Verstappen starting to dominate these quali sessions, isn't he? Max Verstappen on pole, then Russell second, Leclerc third, Antonelli fourth, Alonso fifth, Piastri sixth. Hamilton only 7th, not good for his championship. Lance Stroll 8th, Liam Lawson in the RB into 9th, and Lando looks like he's struggling there in P10, didn't set a time either in Q3. And Yuki Tsunoda is out in Q2 as well. Let us jump into strategy then before getting underway in Barcelona. Okay, it is going to be a 3-stopper for both drivers. We're going to go the exact same strategy because I think there'll be enough of a gap here if we need to pit the same lap. So it's soft softs, medium softs. So that's what we're going for here then as we get underway in this Spanish Grand Prix.
Spanish Grand Prix.
4 lights then, 5. I'm held for quite a while here, but we're underway for Verstappen on pole. And Maloney, as we said, starting in 13th. Looks like he's moving up to 12th straight away here. And Max covering off a Charles Leclerc in second. Maloney, P11. No, going back down to P12, although back into P11 as he fights Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki will have the inside here. And Maloney, though, making a good start here. Yuki Tsunoda knocked down Q2 as well, which isn't great for him, being in that Red Bull, of course.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
Maloney, though, does finally get the better of Yuki Tsunoda. I don't think we can hold on for that position for too long, as Colapinto is getting one down on Gasly.
Watching the action closely here.
Franco started 20th.
Opens up for them.
And has moved, it says 19th, but why is there... Oh, there's two cars right at the back. What's happened there then? We must have had two start from the pit lane perhaps. Norris definitely, which we missed because they're trailing the pack. So I think Norris and Hulkenberg might have started from the pit lane. Maloney is into P10, he's flying. Zane Maloney on the inside then of Esteban Ocon. And he's in to the points. I'm not sure we can hold out for points. Even Zane is surprised as he moves up into P10. Devour, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. That might be too many stops to fiddle with. Hard tyres for a plan B, definitely. Yeah, we can always mix it up. Let's see how we go. Due to stop lap 16 with both as it is. Let's have a look at tyres. So, majority of the grid you'd say is on the soft tyre here. But Maloney is going to start coming under pressure now because he's lost the DRS to Stroll. So he's going to be under a lot of pressure from Ocon into this corner here, but more so on the start-finish straight. And Blur, thanks for the follow. Dr. John, thanks for the follow. Yeah, we're going to be... Not much we can do here. Ocon is going to get past us. Gotta hope that we can just hold off Tsunoda and stay with Ocon across the rest of this lap. So here comes Esteban Ocon, but Tsunoda is getting a nice tow. We duck under to pick up a bit of a tow from Ocon. That was the right thing to do. Ocon has used 2% more tyre life than Maloney, though.
Tsunoda behind.
Let's say we probably realistically haven't got the pace to fight for points, but Maloney's doing a pretty good job early on here. But he's got to try and stay with Ocon here for this next DRS zone, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. We're still using a lot of the fuel here.
Increase lift off.
Don't really want to use too much battery, but it's important we try and get this next DRS. If not, we're going to cut adrift.
Yeah, copy.
Don't think we got it. We didn't get it. So we're going to be in trouble now from Yuki Tsunoda, who sends it on the inside, and Yuki gets past Maloney. So Maloney started 13th, up to 10th, drops 2 back now to 12th.
No problem, no problem. Signs
we've used a lot of batteries, you see, so starting to go backwards here. We will get the DRS this time around, but no battery, and that's going to punish us.
More charge.
So we'll harvest a bit into this first corner. And Colapinto is past Albonneau here.
Now we're watching the action closely.
Oh God, there's a lot going on back here.
Opportunities there.
Jesus, there's very congested back here. Colapinto past Albon. Did he get past Behrman on the outside here as well? He might have done. I think he is going to. Colapinto then up to P16. Good work from Franco. Maloney's got DRS again on Esteban Ocon, and he's coming back through. Only problem is he's going to give the DRS back to Ocon on the start-finish straight. Little News, thanks for the follow.
You're doing a good job. In front there is
we are going to pick DRS up off Tsunoda. Lawson's running P9, and Lawson's tyre management is awful. He's down to 52%. We've seen that all series. Maloney's picking up DRS, which is... No, he hasn't got DRS, actually. I thought he was in the DRS. He hasn't got DRS, so Ocon's going to get past us. And that battery management is killing us. I will go top up in a minute. Albon's picked up a mechanical fault. Maloney, we will keep him on top up here. Right, Colapinto, let's ease up on the fuel now. Colapinto, Maloney, sorry, that's opened up lovely there because Ocon got stuck behind the gearbox of Lawson, and it's opened up absolutely wonderfully there for Zane Maloney to get 2 positions and move straight back up into P10.
Let's have a look at that. There's the opening. And
This Ocon got stuck behind the gearbox, and Maloney closed off the possibility of Ocon going on the outside. And that works out absolutely lovely for Zane Maloney back into P10. Is there a possible chance of points here? What are we saying on tyres now? 59%, Ocon 55, Lawson 38, Doohan 35, Behrman 41. So Doohan and Lawson going to be the first to stop in the next couple of laps here. What round are you on? This is round 8. We're doing a 20 race season. So we've dropped 4 races from the calendar. Lawson is in fact in this lap as Norris is going to try and make the move on Colapinto here. Is Ocon making the move and Maloney further up? He is. We can see it up the road there, but there goes Norris. And Maloney did hold on to that against Colapinto. There we go. Lando Norris all over the back of Maloney. Now, what's he on? Mediums? Yeah. Is any of the leaders going to pit? Alonso in the Aston might have to pit shortly. I think it's been a pretty good opening stint from Maloney. Not too bad from Colapinto either in the end. He's still got Bortoletto though. He hasn't been able to shake Bortoletto. Bortoletto is on the hard tyre though, and it's down to 41%. So can't see how that's going to work in the long run. Leclerc leads from Verstappen and Russell. Now Verstappen reclaims the lead. And Lando Norris, as we saw there, is finally past Maloney, but we're not really fighting Norris. Gareth, how did Maloney get DRS when he was 7 seconds behind? I think he must have picked it up from a car who peeled off into the pit lane previous lap. And Maloney, though, doesn't care that there's Lando Norris in a McLaren. He'll take that position back, and he'll frustrate Lando Norris for now. And we've got a couple of laps until we need to come in, so let's attack on these tyres. Here comes Zane Maloney then. Hopefully a good pit stop. Our pit stops are still around 2.7 seconds though, so they're not going to be lightning quick. As Albon's fault is getting worse. Here comes Maloney then. It is a two. Why is he being held? Oh, no. I didn't want to do that. Sorry.
You will have Ocon at
Why was Maloney held there? He's done that before in this game, and it's glitched out. Yeah, he was held there, and he's lost out 2 seconds to... I think it doesn't realise, for some reason, the game that it's our teammate coming in. He was definitely held for a couple of seconds there, but nonetheless...
1.5 from you.
I think that's lost us a position to Carlos Sainz. That's for sure.
Close the gap.
Alright, we're 16th and 19th then. Right, Bortoletto is into the pits, and Maloney's going to be past him. And Colapinto is past him as well. Gasly into the pits. I don't know where Gasly was. I think he was... he was behind us, wasn't he? The Alpines were definitely behind us. So Colapinto and Maloney will be past Gasly. Who's not stopped here that we're in a fight with? No one, really. No, so we are as we are at the moment. Tyre, though, look at the tyre delta we've got on some of these ahead of us. Hadjar, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Lawson. The tyre delta's good, so I think the race will come back to us later on. There we go, we've got Hadjar. This could be round the outside here from Colapinto because it's opening up quite nicely. Colapinto will have better traction on, fresher rubber. And Franco Colapinto is going to say thank you very much for that. Hadjar hasn't quite given it up. I don't think there's much he can do. And Colapinto will now have DRS on Hulkenberg. So this should work out very nicely. He's thinking about it before the DRS, and there he goes. Franco Colapinto wasting no time at all to dispatch both Jar and Hulkenberg, but it does give Hulkenberg the DRS here. And Hulkenberg can't quite get it done. The DRS is very strong down the back straight though, so we are going to use a bit of battery here. Because if we can fend him off down this back straight, we should pull the gap. And we should be absolutely fine. That was great work from Franco, not wasting any time at all there. And he might be able to give it to his teammate here because he's only 3.3 seconds. That is his teammate up the road now. And we are running now 14th and 15th on the road. A lot of mechanical faults up and down the grid that we might have a chance of points here today. Got to keep it clean, keep it on the track. Maloney's got DRS, but Stroll has now got DRS on Ocon and Lawson, and they are coming to the end of their stints. Lawson will likely be into the pits at the end of this lap. He heads this these four cars. He's at the top of this. He's not pitting though, which is a surprise. His tyres are going to be screaming now as Maloney looked like he got a good exit, but he's came out of the slipstream there, which has cost him. There is Lando Norris, and we're actually back past Lando. Lando will clear us at some point again, but Lando's now got a bit of a fight. Lando will not be happy with McLaren there because he would like to have cleared these four cars. I'm sure he's going to make quick work of it, but not what Lando wanted to see coming out of the pits. And fresh softs though.
Just push me straight off.
I don't think we're pushed wide there at all, Maloney, but Lando is already past us, and Lawson, who's going very slow now on those tyres, holding us up a bit here, 28%.
Okay, do your best there.
Oh dear, that's not a good
Hulkenberg's
stop.
having a pit stop issue. He's in for his second stop. Right, we need to get past Lawson here. It's really costing us a lot of time. We've lost a second now to Stroll and Ocon. Lawson has picked up DRS off Lando though. Maloney's not going to get it done. Now we will get DRS again, but this is not working out too well. And what it does mean is Colapinto is really coming into play. Colapinto is going to be into the DRS of his teammate Maloney here. It does mean that we can't box our two drivers on the same lap this lap as Lawson peels off into the pits. Maloney will get DRS. Did Colapinto? No. So that might help Maloney just keep his teammate at bay for a little while longer. Lap 25 is 66 then, and we're not due to stop for another 6 laps here. And we're seeing the second stops now from quite a few. And Ocon will probably be in at the end of this lap. Sainz, who we were kind of fighting with for a little while, has really pushed up the road by 4 seconds. His tyre's not in too bad shape. As I say, sneaky chance of a point here today.
You are doing a very good job there. So in front of you we have
Maloney
Norris.
finally past Ocon. Well, I say finally, Ocon's going backwards, so his tyres struggling. Jump on board then with Maloney. Nice move around the outside. As we see Lando, who's looking to get past Lance Stroll ahead of us. Maloney needs to keep him behind. He does, I believe, just about he does. So Maloney should be able to pull down the road now. And Colapinto now has to get past Ocon very quickly if he wants to stay with his teammate. Got to say, the second stint is working out better for Colapinto than it is Maloney. And there goes Franco Colapinto. He's through on Ocon. Ocon's tyres at the end of their life. At the cliff. And he needs to box at the end of this lap. Right, let's hope he doesn't get a dodgy stop here like he did the first time round. Colapinto's going to go for one more. Let's see how we go. Right at the end of the pit lane, of course. .5, our pit crew disappear. And Maloney's away. Didn't get held up that time. What's Pierre Gasly saying here? Oh, Lawson and Sainz are past us. So Sainz, we're closer to Sainz though this time round, aren't we?
At the moment we have P15.
No, we're not. That wasn't... That must have been leaders. It was leaders. So it wasn't Sainz and Lawson. Yeah, we're still 7 seconds back off Sainz.
Is a 1.5
Lawson,
from you?
I don't think will be a problem because his tyre's going to be really struggling at the end of the race. All right, Colapinto in next then. Charles P1 was so back. Norris first, Leclerc second, Piastri third. Yeah, I always give Charles a shout in the top three just because his qualifying pace is so good. So yeah, I think a Piastri pole, Charles second, Russell third. All right, here comes Franco Colapinto then. He should be out just behind Maloney, you'd think. Here we go, we're finally there. Tsunoda's fault has got worse. That might be good news for us. 2.8, a little bit slower, 3 tenths slower than Maloney. So we do think Maloney should just get past Colapinto here. Although it is going to be very close, and it might be Colapinto getting away with it because Maloney just had to get out of the way of the man we were talking about there, Charles Leclerc. Oh, but we have got Colapinto and not don't fight his teammate here, so we might give this place straight back to Maloney. And he has. That's we'll allow it because Maloney's tyre is a little bit more up to temp. But let's let them fight now, as we've got a yellow flag. Tsunoda out. Tsunoda's out. Oh, Tsunoda is out. We've just stopped though.
Safety car deployed.
No point stopping, is there? What has
Full
happened to Yuki Tsunoda? You talked about him crashing in real life. Oh no, Oscar. Has Oscar punted him?
And the contact between the cars,
that
inevitable.
Punted him is an understatement. Oscar Piastri.
To establish the full extent of the damage.
I don't know. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it looked nasty from Oscar Piastri. So surely that's both Oscar and Yuki out. It is indeed. Right, have we got... What tyres have we got here? Have we got another set of mediums? We haven't. Ooh. Right, hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Well, we're on the mediums here, aren't we? That's what I mean. Look, it's so bad, the deg. Let's just see what this says. Bear with me. I feel we just stay out. I think we just stay out. Yeah, we're going to stay out. Just box, so, I mean, we're not really going to benefit anything. And going on those hards are going to be a real stretch from here. So,
now down to the pits.
As Alonso has a pit stop issue, hopefully we don't lose out too bad here. We are going to get past Sainz and Lawson. Piastri gets a penalty. That will be applied for the next race. We have got a chance of points here now, though. We said we needed a bit of drama ahead of us, and Oscar Piastri has well and truly delivered on that. Sainz and Lawson, are they going to try and go to the end on the hards? Obviously, we've already stopped twice, but I mean, from this point of the race, it might be us against a no-stopper, if you like, in Sainz and Lawson, with us going for a one-stopper.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be interesting, because they're on the hard tyre. We've got a big chance of points here now. Thanks to our man, Oscar. He's absolutely took out Yuki Tsunoda there. All right, let's race control. Lap cars may now overtake. It just always reminds me of Michael Massey. Right, safety car is ending then.
Safety car will be in this lap. Do your best, Herman.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Are we not caught up with a safety car pack here? No, we haven't. We're not even going to catch up with the top 7 here. Unless we are right at the end here. Is Russell gone yet? Not quite. We're just going to get to the pack. Just about got to the end of the pack. But that has not helped Sainz, has it at all? That has worked out beautifully for us. Because Sainz and Lawson don't catch the tail end of the safety car. And Colapinto and Maloney are onto the back of it.
Sainz does a...
And we've got a 3-second buffer to Carlos Sainz there. And Sainz gets a mechanical fault for good measure. So this might have just worked out beautifully for us. We're into the top 10. Both drivers... Oh, no! Don't talk too early. Get back on the track, Colapinto, please. Please, Franco, don't let them all past. Oh, Franco, you absolute
Here's the replay.
beep.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
Oh, Franco,
Everything's all
why do
right
you do
here.
it to me?
Very heavy on the brakes.
Big lockup
But
from
that's just the
Franco,
risk you
and he's
take.
took a lot of
Later
tyre
you
life
leave
out
it.
there. Oh, Franco, you absolute buffoon. Right. He might have to go on the hards now because he's took about 10% out of those.
Try to slow down a bit.
Oh,
Copy.
oh, Franco. Right. Change of tactics. He's gonna absolutely blitz these mediums now to get onto the hards. Alright, let's go with that. As Maloney is moving up a place to P8. It's all going off here.
So you are doing well there.
Right, Maloney, he's got to keep it clean now as he's past Lance Stroll. Probably not really fighting Lance Stroll, but if we can hold on to P9, which is a real chance to do that now. Zane Maloney started off second
How do you
best
like that?
Colapinto, first 4 or 5 races, but the last 2 or 3, Zane Maloney has been very strong. Colapinto, that error could cost him.
DRS enable.
He had a good chance of points, Colapinto. He's got to try and recover that now. Right, so Maloney, sorry, he's got to say he's got a good chance at least P10 because Lawson's dropping off this pace. He hasn't got the pace of the top 10. Sainz, though, can he bring the fight to Maloney here? It's probably going to be Maloney and Sainz for what will be P9, sorry, actually. So, yeah, Maloney is looking good for at least P10, but he'll be in a fight for P9, I feel,
Yeah.
with Carlos Sainz.
Car behind his signs.
Carlos Sainz, though, might be past us here as well. Carlos Sainz having good pace since that restart. We're pushing him a bit on the inside
So you're
curb, and we'll keep him off us for now. Yeah, that safety car restart, obviously the lapped cars didn't get back around then, so Doohan is 23 seconds behind Colapinto to Doohan, which is good, because if Colapinto would have messed that with that mistake, if that was a full safety car, all of this traffic would have got past them, and we would have dropped last. Carlos Sainz is absolutely pushing hard on those tyres. They're working well for him, and he's gone. Can he get him to the end, though? We'll see. I'm not sure he can get him to the end. They might be screaming by the end of it. Right, Maloney is just about hanging on to Sainz and Stroll. Lawson's having a bit of a push, though, because Lawson has joined us nearly. There you see him. But Lawson, with his tyre management, I don't think he's going to be a problem, but I could be wrong. Is Sainz going to get those hards to the end? 70%, 22 laps. I can't see it happening. Can't see it happening. I think we're going to be boxing a lot earlier than these, and we're going to get a good undercut because we're going to come out in that gap with Doohan. We're going to have clean air, and it should work out absolutely beautifully here. But here comes Maloney for what would be P9. Stroll struggling with a mechanical issue. And we're going to have a go on the outside. There we go. What is Lance Stroll's issue here?
Doing a good job there.
Stroll, where are you, Stroll? Stroll has got a gearbox issue as well. Sainz is definitely going to stop again. Maloney's got to get to lap 51. Colapinto is just not gaining on these cars ahead of us. The Colapinto's got to have a hell of a final stint here to get back in contention for points. But we may end up out of the points off this back straight. Not quite. Stroll will get us, but Lawson's not going to get us. Again, Lawson's down to 66% though.
Focus on your race now.
Right, Colapinto is going to be in at the end of this lap then. Russell leads then by 6 seconds, but he's on the softs. Can he make those softs last? I don't think he can. So there's going to be some drama at the end here. Definitely going to be some drama at the end here. We've got Colapinto coming in at the end of this lap. And then we're going to see what the AI are going to do. But I think a few of these tyres, AI drivers' tyres, are going to be absolutely hurting at the end of this race. 20 runners, as we saw, Tsunoda and Piastri out, and a few, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other drivers that are struggling with mechanical issues here. Maloney just about holding on to Stroll here.
Mode attack.
Lawson
Mode
really
attack.
pushing as well now.
The use overtake.
Copy.
I think we've just lost the DRS to Stroll though, so we're going to be under big pressure now from Liam Lawson. Maloney's got plenty of tyre life in there. I think we can attack. Can we hold off Lawson? I don't think we are going to be able to. Strong defence through here will be needed, and he does just hold him off. Like Franco Colapinto in. Made that mistake, made that lock-up, and that has really cost him here. Where is Bortoletto? We should be out in front of Bortoletto, I feel. Hard tyres going on then. 2.5. Yeah, we are going to clear Bortoletto and Doohan. There we go. Although, oh, I don't know if we are, because their tyres are going to be up to 10. We're going to have to push this a bit. They're going to be on us pretty quickly here. But they're going to be pitting. Doohan's already down to 45%. Yes, so that's not going to be an issue. So Colapinto had that nice little gap. And he's absolutely fine now to push on till the end of this race. Not only on the DRS, I think we're going to have a good opportunity to get back past Stroll here. Stroll goes defensive, but only covers off really the middle part of the track, so the inside is still open for Zane Maloney to have a go and move back into P9. Can he push up into the DRS of Carlos Sainz here?
Good job.
We're pushing now on our tyres. We've only got 3 more laps till we need to box. And ideally, I do want to get an undercut on Carlos Sainz here. 18 to go then. It's Russell that leads, but I don't know what's going on with the leaders in terms of pit stops. He's 55%. Antonelli's going to have to box. Maloney trying to get to the DRS of Carlos Sainz. He can't quite get there, and this is going to open the door for Stroll on this DRS zone. We are again getting a slipstream off Sainz though, which does help us there.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
We really need to stay into this DRS here for this straight, and we should get it here. So this is good work now from Maloney. Here we go. Is he going to get enough? Again, this straight as Sainz's mechanical fault getting worse. As it's getting worse, Maloney goes round the outside and moves up into P8. What is that issue for Carlos Sainz?
You are doing a good job there.
He's got a gearbox issue as well, so Carlos Sainz, and it might be really struggling there. Right, Maloney is going to have Lance Stroll all over him. Sainz's gearbox issue that's got worse seems to be really hampering him here, because he's really dropped off the pace, unless he's suddenly trying to save some tyre life. But here comes Lance Stroll on Maloney. And we're going to get Maloney in at the end of this lap. Right, here comes Maloney then. His final stop of the race. This is an important one for us. It doesn't really matter if he comes out behind Colapinto, because I don't think he will anyway. I think he'll clear Colapinto, but we'll be asking Colapinto to get out of the way. Colapinto's made a mistake, and that's going to cost him today. But Maloney has got a real chance of points. He got points last time out in Monaco, don't forget. Maloney's on a roll. Need a good pit stop from the crew. 2.5, that is pretty good for where our pit crew is at the moment.
Will be clear going out.
Yeah, Colapinto's going to be nowhere near him here. So this is Maloney now, till the end of the race.
At the moment, P11.
And Lawson and Sainz have dropped 3 seconds off Stroll here. Let's just get some heat into these tyres. Yeah, they've all got to pit again. Russell's in. So Sainz, Lawson, Stroll, they're all going to pit. Alonso's going to pit. Antonelli's going to pit. I think the only ones that might not pit ahead of us are Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris and Verstappen, but we're not exactly fighting them. Right, Carlos Sainz did pit then just 1 lap after us. So he's still going to be a threat. The only reason he might not be a threat is because of that gearbox. He's on mediums, that's interesting. So are the mediums going to be better than the softs here? We didn't have another set of mediums. We've got 4 seconds on him though. Colapinto's 3.7 back on him, so as I say, he's just nowhere there. Yazzy's mechanical fault getting worse. He's going to retire, in fact. Unless that's the ERS. Yeah, it might be... no, it's gearbox. I think Pierre Gasly is going to retire. Sainz is going to retire. Oh, dear. Looks like we're now Pierre Gasly and Carlos Sainz retire at the end of this lap. That's going to give Colapinto P11. Is there hope for Colapinto as yet? With Lawson going around on 26% tyres, Colapinto might be able to sneak in to 10th place here. How do you have new drivers? This is a new series. So it's not our Team Lotus series. This is a Maserati series. As Lawson pits, Sainz, I believe, is going to pit. But he's going to pit to retire. Drama at the end here in Barcelona then. Sainz in front of his home crowd. He is, in fact, boxing to retire. Liam Lawson is being received by his pit crew. I didn't see the tyres that went on. I believe they were softs. Got a yellow flag. Colapinto is past Liam Lawson. We've got a crash somewhere at the back, I believe.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
It's all kicking off. Oh, it wasn't at the back. It's Antonelli again. He was involved earlier on. Is that Fernando? Oh, he's had another lockup.
I got hit quite badly.
Oh, I think you might have done the hitting there, Kimmy, to be fair. Who was that on? Fernando? Stroll's down to 23% hard tyres. What is he doing? Sainz does retire. Gasly does retire. We're going to be down to 18 runners here. Colapinto is now in 10th place. And he's got 3 seconds on Liam Lawson with 7 laps to go. But Lawson is on fresh softs. I say fresh, they're scrub set. Maloney will get points here. Antonelli's got a penalty. Stroll is still not boxed, and Maloney's got a pit stop on him then, because Maloney's now on his gearbox, so Colapinto's going to be promoted to P9 here. What is this Aston Martin strategy all about? There goes Stroll. He boxes Maloney up to P8. Antonelli's tyres are down to 47% with that lockup, and he's got a 5-second penalty. We're 10 seconds off him, though. Is there a chance? Is there a chance of getting within 5 seconds of Antonelli, which would give Maloney P7 here? But Colapinto, I think, even if Lawson does get him, Stroll is going to be a long way back now. Stroll is 7 seconds off. Got to see. I think we might be all right to Stroll. Colapinto might still be able to sneak in a sneaky little point here. Podium incoming. Yeah, who knows the way this is going. But no, Maloney still 10 seconds off Antonelli. You need Antonelli to burn those tyres up a little bit more. Another lockup would do it. Right, here comes Lawson then. He is using a lot of tyre life. We've got 12% difference though at the moment. Make that 11, so he's using a lot of that tyre life. Can we keep him behind here? I don't think we really can. Colapinto is trying though. Lawson's going to try it around the outside. Colapinto, no, can't keep him behind. .6 seconds to Stroll. He's got always defend on. We'll try our best, but I don't think there's going to be much we can do here. It'd be better if Stroll got us here, and then we could just use the DRS on the start-finish straight. But he's not going to get us here, and if he gets us on the start-finish straight, it's very hard to stay in the DRS. 4 laps to go, 6 seconds off Lawson, so even though Lawson is down to 52%, he's had good pace. And unfortunately, Lance Stroll is going to take Colapinto out of the points here, as he's going to get the slipstream here. He's going to get DRS. Colapinto trying to be defensive, but the inside line is going to open up for Lance Stroll to move into P10. And this is all down to Franco Colapinto locking up, which meant he had to move on to the hard tyres. And has compromised his race. I think he would have got points if not. We tried with Franco, but as I say, it's his mistake that's cost him there. Stroll might catch Lawson on the last lap here. As Russell has started that final lap. Well, he's about to finish that lap. He's about to win the race. George Russell does win the race then.
Russell wins it! First over the line.
And it's Verstappen second. Norris third. Takes the fastest lap, but of course no point for the fastest lap. And Antonelli is going to finish 6th, and he will keep 6th place because Alonso is not within 5 seconds of him. And let's take in Maloney then. Stroll has nearly caught Lawson, but he's not quite going to get to him, is he? But let's have a look at Maloney then, who goes through this final right-hander. He heads to the line. He's kept it clean. He did everything he needed to do. And he took advantage of a Piastri-Tsunoda collision. And with that collision, it earned him P8 and another 4 points. Without that collision, it looks like he would have probably got P10. So a really good drive for Zane Maloney. And good points for him. Colapinto, as I said, I think he would have been able to finish 9th or at least 10th. But he locked up when he was on the medium tyre. He was due to stay on that medium tyre for longer and finish on the softs. But because he wrecked that tyre, we had to go to the hards early. And that only cost him. There we go then. This wraps this one up. And George Russell wins it then. I don't know if he's won a race yet this season. Has he? We'll see on the next screen. But he wins this one. Max Verstappen second. Lando Norris actually finished third in the end. Benefit from that safety car. Started from the pit lane, Lando. Up 18 places to finish third. What a drive that is. Lewis Hamilton fourth. Leclerc fifth. Antonelli did take the 5-second penalty, but still had 4 seconds in hand on Alonso. Maloney up 5 to finish 8th. What a race from Zane Maloney, backing up his result in Monaco, doing big things for us at Maserati. Liam Lawson 9th, good points for him in the RB. Lance Stroll down 2, rounds out the top 10. As say, Lando took the fastest lap, but no points for the fastest lap in 2025. And Colapinto did start this race in 20th, so up 9 places. But when we review that race at the middle part, he had a good chance of finishing 9th or 10th, and he made a mistake with the lockup, and that has cost him. So Franco finished P11. Drivers' Championship then, and Lewis Hamilton keeps his lead in the Drivers' Championship, but look how juicy this is getting. Lewis leads his teammate now, Charles Leclerc, by 12 points, or it was the way it was anyway, the 2 Ferrari drivers, so Lewis leads by 12 points. George Russell, though, with 25 points, moves up to 3rd, and he's now just 14 points behind. Max Verstappen drops to 4th, Oscar Piastri drops to 5th. But between the top 4, there is just 17 points. And then the top 6, there is, what is that? 39 points. 39 points separate the top 6. So this is the 8th round. We're only doing 20 races in this season. So this is going to get very juicy indeed. Has Russell won a race? He had already won a race. So that is his 2nd win of the season. Antonelli in 7th, but he's a long way off the top 6. Then Alonso 8th. Yuki Tsunoda 9th. And Liam Lawson 10th. So the ex-Red Bull and the current Red Bull driver together there in 9th and 10th. Zane Maloney stays in 11th, but takes another 4 points, close to Liam Lawson's 14 points there. Albon is 12th. Lance Stroll goes up to 13th with his point. Colapinto drops to 14th. Sainz 15th. The rest of the drivers are yet to score. Constructors then, Ferrari are having a very nice 2025. They lead McLaren in 2nd, Mercedes in 3rd, and Red Bull in 4th. It's going to be the top 4 because Aston Martin completely cut adrift in 5th. On 35 points, but we are in fact 6th. I think I said earlier to someone's comment we're 7th, but we're actually 6th, and we've already scored 16 points, which is brilliant where this car was and started. So yeah, 16 points after 8 races. We very much take that. Williams 9th, RB are 8th, their first points of the season. Alpine, Kick Sauber, and Haas are yet to score.